I thought this video was going to be easy. Turns out I overanalyzed these questions for 2 weeks and I kept changing my answers. So today I'm finally locking them in. Hey friends, welcome back to Pens and Ponderings. If you're new here, hi, I'm Freddie. Today's video is a little special. I was tagged to do the Pen Awards 2025, and this idea originally came from Neil over at Wasted Paper. So huge thanks to you, Neil. I was genuinely honored to be tagged, and honestly, there was never a question of whether I was going to do this. It was an immediate yes for me. There are 8 questions in this video, and at first I thought, oh, I got this. Yeah, no. These questions made me rethink my entire collection. And one of the picks genuinely surprised me. I did not expect it to win anything. All right, let's get into it. This category stressed me out more than it should have. At first, I was torn between the Sailor Le Cool and the Diplomat Arrow. I actually almost chose the Le Cool, this one right here, because compared to its Pro Gear siblings, it doesn't get nearly as much love. But other than the nib, it's just as fun. It's ridiculously well priced, and honestly, it's a great entry point into Sailor. However, Sailor as a brand has such a massive following that calling it an underdog didn't sit right with me. So my final pick is the Diplomat Arrow, the black stripe version, and this is my only Diplomat pen, and I genuinely do not understand why more people aren't talking about it. So it's a German-made pen with an anodized aluminum body. It's actually inspired by those old Zeppelin airships. It's basically a metal blimp back in the day. And so it's not really built to be pretty, it's just built to write, right? It uses a Jowo steel nib with just the right amount of feedback. It's not scratchy, just controlled. And this pen is ridiculously reliable. Mine doesn't dry out even if I leave it unused for months. I love the feel of this too, because it's not just, I don't know if you guys can see, it's very hard to see on the camera, but these are actually ridges, right? So it's very tactile when you hold it, but it's not annoying, you know? It's like some other pens that are so textured that it kind of gets in the way when you're writing. This one doesn't. I really love it. It looks so industrial. That's what I always say. I mean, it's, you know what it is? It's very unapologetically German. It's function over aesthetics, and I'm really here for it. Here, let me do some writing tests. Mind you, I haven't used this since, I want to say October. And I only used it once, actually, because I brought it with me somewhere, and this is the first thing I grabbed. Oh, actually, it has this soft click. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Let me see if I can do some ASMR. So it's not what do you call it? It's not threaded, so you just pull it out. And even when you pull it out, it has this pop. It's very satisfying. That's me opening it, and when you close it, did you guys hear that soft click? It's very satisfying. The little things that makes me happy. Anyway, so yeah, so this one is, see what I mean? It just writes. it just writes, and that's what I like about this pen. I don't need to kind of prime it or anything like that. It just writes. I grab it, I pop it out, and it writes. All right, for this next category, best gift. This one wasn't necessarily hard, but it was meaningful. I've received some really lovely gifts this year, like stickers, ink samples, little pieces of art from different people, and those are all gifts, right? And of course, I appreciate every single one of them. But there is one gift that stood out, not because of what it is, but because of who it came from. The person who gave me this isn't part of the fountain pen community. It's not even part of my life anymore and doesn't follow me on social media at all, that I know of. I also did not expect him to know about my other life as a content creator, but somehow he found my channel, watched my videos, and surprised me with a pen for Fountain Pen Day. So regardless of how I feel about the pen itself, this one carries a lot of significance because it was completely unexpected. So the pen is the Narwhal or Navalor 2025 Fountain Pen Day in Nautilus. So I believe I did show this briefly in my Fountain Pen Day haul, but I wanted to highlight it here again. This is a reimagined version of the Nautilus line, which normally has a porthole window to show the ink level. For this special edition, Navalor replaced it with the Fountain Pen Day logo, which I actually thought was really thoughtful and unique design choice. The body is made of emerald green anodized aluminum. That green is just amazing, and if you know me, that's already a win. And it's paired with this rose gold trim. It's such a good choice right there. Like if this was like gold or silver, it wouldn't do anything for the green. But yeah, the rose gold was definitely a wise choice. This also comes with a steel nib, it's a proprietary nib from Narwhal. And this part still makes me smile. He got me a medium nib, which just goes to show he really paid attention to my videos. It also has an ebonite feed, and true to Nautilus design, this is a piston filler. Now, if you've seen my collection video, you know my history with Narwhal or Navalor. It hasn't been great. A lot of my Nautilus and Voyage pens skipped, hard started, or just refused to cooperate. And that's honestly why I gave up on the brand for a while. In this one, I was very careful. I did not ink it with shimmer or sheen, and surprisingly, it's actually not bad. Wouldn't it be funny if it just skips right now? FPD 2025. Yeah, usually my other Navalors, the downstrokes, no, I think it's the upstrokes, it skips. Yeah, this one doesn't. Maybe it's the ebonite feed, I don't know. But I didn't know I'd be saying this, but I actually do enjoy writing with it. I've been writing with it all day, I guess because it's green. I'm in a Christmas mood. For best new design, I went full overthinker mode. I narrowed it down to the Juma and the arc layer. None of these concepts are technically brand new inventions, but they're still relatively new to the fountain pen world. Before I locked in my choice for best design, I actually went down a bit of a research rabbit hole because these two are very different approaches to design. The Juma, for example, is a high-tech composite that's lathe turned like traditional resins, but it has this gemstone-like depth and warmth that almost mimics mother of pearl. It feels very luxurious and organic, and obviously every pen ends up looking slightly different. The arc layer, on the other hand, takes a completely different route. Instead of relying on surface pattern, the design itself is the feature. It uses this double helix. Let me see if I can show it. There it is. Double helix, almost like a DNA inspired structure that's created through 100% 3D printing. Pretty cool, right? So the geometry and the internal levels are what makes it visually interesting from every angle. So after comparing both, I ended up choosing the arc layer. Not because it's the most practical, but because it felt the most different from anything in my collection. The double helix design itself isn't new, and you can fact check me on that one, but within fountain pens, it feels genuinely different. Like visually, it's striking and modern. It uses a number 6 Yovo nib right there. So immediately, right there, you can swap the nib anytime. It has this nice gold trim, which gives it a nice accent to the piano black on the cap. This also uses an eyedropper. So let me just open this real quick. Eyedropper pens, you have to kind of turn it so many times to open it. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know if you guys can see it. It's very hard, but there's 2 holes in there, essentially. So when you add the ink, you can actually see that ink going through the double spiral, which is pretty fun to look at. So right now you can see it's pretty translucent all the way through. So when you add the ink, it will have that spiral design as it fills those channels. And apparently, because of the design, it prevents it from burping during altitude change. So it's pretty safe to bring it with you during flights, especially those long haul flights. There is a Kickstarter right now through Endless, so I'll make sure to add that on the description so you can read more about it and possibly support the campaign if you like. If not, that's okay, or if you're just curious, there's a lot more information on the site. This one was supposed to be easy. Actually, fun fact, it was supposed to be the arc layer that's supposed to be the most fun pen. But as I was kind of going through the whole category, I thought the innovative aspect of the arc layer kind of outweighs the fun part. So I went with the next fun pen that I have, which is the Tasha Covenant in the parchment swirl finish. I love this pen because it's unapologetically niche. The cap is actually larger than the pen body. Like if you take out the nib, it's for some reason it's much larger, which it already is makes it a little ridiculous and like doing the most, but I love it. I'm all for it. The resin has this very warm vintage feel, and then of course you pair it with a Sailor 14 karat medium fine nib. Oh, such a fun writing experience. I remember being in DC and overhearing someone says, "Oh, that's an old pen. Nobody uses that anymore." Well, guess what? I do. And I love it. Okay? I like fun pens. I said what I said. This one is the easiest one. It was the quickest decision I've ever made in this whole list. This is my Grail Pen of the year is the Pelikan M815 Metal Stripe Blue. This is my very first Pelikan, and I've always wanted one. This special edition has the palladium plated metal stripes layered over that amazing blue resin. That blue resin is just, can't stop staring at the camera, which gives it a really satisfying weight in the hand. It's very heavy. It is a piston filler with obviously a generous ink capacity, and that 18 karat rhodium plated gold nib is so incredibly smooth, controlled, and just effortlessly elegant. Yeah. And now that I own one, of course, I'm hooked. Every time I browse Pelikan pens online, I keep telling myself, like, Freddie, why can't you be obsessed with Twisbees instead? But nope. No, I had to choose Pelikans. Like, down the rabbit hole I go. Oh, and I really do mean Twisby. Okay? Not Lamy, Twisby. If you know, you know. Okay, this is the one that really stressed me out. The category is Ink of the Year. That's impossible. I did tell Neil that this was really hard, and he said, just pick one. There's no wrong answer, like just pick your best one. And so what I did was, I have so many inks. I have more inks than my pens. So what I did instead was I just kind of randomly, I'm pretty sure I'm missing more, but these are like the pens that came out this year, or I think it came out this year. So I just inked, I think it's 10. Yeah, 10 of them. So I'm just gonna go through each one with you, and maybe you can tell me which one is your pick. Put in the comments below. So this one is the Robert Oster Mocha. This is a DC 2025 exclusive. So I love the camera is really capturing the right colors. That's the actual shade in person. This one is the Robert Oster Sinner's Heart. I think that also came this year, if I'm not mistaken. This one is the Bunga Box Nostalgia, and I got that from San Francisco. Again, I'm assuming it's new. Correct me if I'm wrong. Next one is the Robert Oster Hollywood Smollett. That definitely came out this year. This one is the Colorverse. What is it? Blue Dragon 2024 Glittering Gold. So I'm assuming this was part of the Advent calendar on 2024 Advent calendar for Colorverse, but the full bottle came out this year, and this one is the Blue Dragon Glittering Gold. There's actually a Blue Dragon Glittering Silver, but it's kind of boring, so I chose that one. This one is the Robert Oster Central Park Twilight. That is the exclusive for the 2025 Empire Pen Show. This one is the Wearing Gold 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. This one came with the Leonardo 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea collab with or exclusive for Pen Chalet. Love that ink. This one is the Birmingham Pen Company Biophoton Twinkle. I think this came out this year too. This one actually was given to me by Miss Carmen. She gave me a sample of this one. I love it. Then the next one, I love shimmer inks, so that's kind of giving you some ideas on which one I'm gonna pick. This one is the Tono and Limbs Perfectly Insane. This one is also brand new. Like, I think it came out last month. This is the matching ink for the Magna Carta Dark Cheshire from Neil at Wasted Paper. So that one, I love the shading on this one. It has this purple, blue, brown, pink. I love inks that changes colors. What is called the chroma shading. Is that what you call them? And then this one is the Tono and Limbs. It's the custom ink. I got that from DC. So Tono and Limbs was in DC, and they can customize inks for you. So this was the ink I chose. This was supposed to be turquoise, the shimmer, but for some reason I got the gold one. Didn't even realize it until I got home. But regardless, I love that purple. Love, love, love. So I'm not gonna keep this really long. What I chose is the Robert Oster Central Park Twilight, only because I think the gold shimmer, the silver shimmer, and all of these, you can kind of see that on other makers. I mean, you can only do so much ink, right? Like, it may be off by a U, but it's not. They're all, you've seen one before, essentially. This one, I thought it was very unique because it's like navy blue, and it has those, I want to say turquoise or teal shimmer, which actually, and this is just me, I'm not saying this is the inspiration, because it says Central Park Twilight, so I'm assuming those are the trees, and obviously it's dark because it's twilight, you know, but I just thought it's very unique. So my ink of the year is the Robert Oster Central Park Twilight. Isn't that pretty? For the paper of the year, actually, I know if you remember, if you follow me here, I did a whole video on when I tested different types of paper, different types of notebooks, on how it handles inks, fountain pen inks. And what really stood out for me was the Aerofol. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But it shows shimmer and sheen beautifully, and that's what really matters to me. I use it mainly for my swatch book, so you can see right here. Yeah, I actually bought, or you can buy, a pack of 100 loose sheets on Amazon, and that's what I did. And then I printed my own little, you know, watch template or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, this is how basically how I keep track of my inks and using the Aerofull, and it's really, really nice. Actually, let me show you something here. Oh, this one. This one right here, right? Let me make sure I see it shows on camera. Do you see that biophoton twinkle? It looks like a sheening ink, and I even put 5 stars on the sheen, right? But if you look at, where's my, I can't find it anymore. Where's my other, hang on. So when I inked it, this is a Clairefontaine, and you can see on the Clairefontaine, it's more shimmer, right? Like there's nothing wrong with it. I know I did it even twice. So that's the Birmingham Pen Company Biophoton Twinkle, and you can see the shimmer is right there. I don't know why. I don't know what I did, but I like how it displays it on the Aerofull. See how the sheen or the shimmer is more uniform. So yeah, so that's why I prefer the Aerofull. It really shows the properties really, really well. All right, last category is the most used pen, and without a doubt, my most used pen is the Pilot Custom 823 in Amber. This pen uses a vacuum filling system, which means it holds a ton of ink. The amber body is slightly translucent, so you can see the ink level, which I love. It has a 14 karat gold nib that is super smooth, wet, and incredibly consistent. That's why I love this pen. I use this pen so much that I've literally never cleaned it. I just keep refilling it with, I think I'm using Cafe Crema on this one over and over. I know at some point I keep telling myself that I should clean it out and try something new. And you know what? I just realized just now, this one right here, the Bunga Box Nostalgia would be perfect for this ink. I mean, for this pen, right? It's not amazing? Yes. So maybe I will clean it out. We'll see. And there you have it, my pen awards for 2025. Now, I really want to hear from you. I'm going to post on the comments the different categories, and I want you to answer each one. There is no wrong answers. All right, this is a safe space. I'm genuinely curious of other people's choices. But thanks again to Neil for the tag. Go check out his channel to win some awards. I really wish I could do the same, but when I hit 1,000 subs, maybe I'll do one. But thank you for spending some time with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.